You give Granny the loving cup.
Hail to the
giant! What are they hailing you about?
Granny, we's hailing the champ, not the chimp.
That's you, like it says on the cake.
Yeah. Grappling Granny.
What is all this nonsense?
Ain't nonsense at all. You up the Boston strong girl, and she was a champion lady wrestler.
So now that makes you the champion lady wrestler.
Give the loving cup, Bessie. I don't want no loving cup, and no crown neither. And you take that sign off of my good bathrobe. I ain't no lady wrestler.
The heck you ain't. You throwed the Boston strong girl plumb out of the ring.
Oh, I me watched you on the television.
We proud of you.
I only done that because she was beating up on that poor little Tennessee girl, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
I don't make no never mind. You done it, and that makes you the champ.
That's right.
Sure does. No, it don't. I'm a peace-loving woman, and I don't want to be tarred with the brush of violence. Gee whiz, Granny, I don't want to hear no more about it.
But you're famous. Everybody's seen you on the television.
Not another word. I didn't whoop that woman for fame or glory. I did it to right her wrong. And now that it's over, I want to forget it.
Youngins?
And that goes for you, too.
Well, I'm just going to tell the youngins if that's the way you want it, that's the way it's going to be.
That's the way I want it.
Then that's the way it's going to be. All right, youngins, let's get on with our chores.
Oh, Ellie, did you sure enough see me on television when I whomped the Boston strong girl?
You ordered her not to talk about that.
Do you want me to go to prison?
Prison?
The Constitution guarantees her the right to free speech. She could haul me up before the Supreme Court.
I don't reckon Ellie'd do a thing like that.
Of course not. Stand up for your rights, child. Where's your spunk? Remember, you are the granddaughter of the world's champion wrestler.
We both saw you, Granny, and you was something there.
You turned that old Boston strong girl every way but loose.
I was there in person when Granny slung her into the 6th row of seats.
You know how I done that, boy? I put the Possum Ridge paralyzer on her, and then I give her the bug tussle bounce.
I spent a bundle promoting you as the Beast of Boston. After that fiasco last night, they're gonna start calling you the Massachusetts Milquetoast. Why didn't you and Rebecca do the fight like we rehearsed it? Whose idea was it to run in that little old lady?
Wasn't it yours?
Of course not. I wasn't even in town.
I never saw her before in my life.
Must be Rebecca. Oh, if that little broad changed the script on me, or... Send in Rebecca. That's what I get for taking a topless waitress and giving her a chance to become an actress. What's the idea of wearing your Rebecca outfit in the daytime?
Granny invited me over, and she'll be expecting me to look like this.
Granny?
She's the little old lady who threw her out of the ring last night.
So you are the one who put her in the act?
No, she's not a performer.
What?
She's a real little old lady from Tennessee.
Kill those lights. We'll look at this film. If she's for real, you are in big trouble.
tell me that that was a real little old lady from Tennessee. It had to be a stuntman in drag.
No, honest. That was a grandmother.
Okay, back to your tugboat, Annie.
You mean I'm out of show business?
That's right. Yes, come in.
Mr. Booth, the television station just sent these over. They're all about last night's wrestling match, and they've been flooded with phone calls.
Bring back the little old lady and the Boston Strong Girl, greatest fight ever. How about a rematch? And book Tennessee Terror and Beast of Boston on Ed Sullivan's show. Guarantee fill Houston Astrodome. Battling Granny, Strong Girl rematch. All right, you're back in show business. Well, come on, where can I find this little Granny?
I'm on my way to see her now. She wants to talk to me about the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
Don't tell me she believes that story about you wrestling just to pay off the mortgage?
Yeah, she even believes the part about the mean old banker who's going to foreclose on my sick mama and my crippled daddy.
Hey, I write a pretty good script, huh? Well, come on, let's not keep the little lady waiting. Call the television station. Tell them that we got Granny and the Boston Strong Girl for a rematch. I want plenty of publicity.
Yes. How do you know she'll fight again?
Are you kidding? Did you get a load of those clothes and the old army shoes? For $20, she'll kill you.
Howdy there, Granny.
Well, it's little Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
Yeah. Rebecca, honey.
Oh, Granny.
This is my son-in-law, Jed Clampett.
All right, Miss Rebecca, pleased to meet you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Pleasure is mine.
Ain't she sweet?
Who's the fella bring you?
Oh, that's Mr. Gene Booth, a gentleman I'm very beholden to.
Mr. Booth, I'm Jed Clampett.
Oh, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I hope you'll excuse the mess. I was just trying to fix Granny's turn.
You must be the handyman around here.
Well, I do the best I can.
And, Granny's the cook?
Yeah, the dandy, too. I hope you stay for victuals.
Tell me, does she make much of a salary?
No salary at all. Just room and board, same as the rest of us.
Mr. Booth, Rebecca tells me that you're the man who pays them women to get up in that ring and fight.
I only do it for patriotic reasons.
Patriotic reasons?
Exactly. It promotes physical fitness, helps solve the unemployment problem, fights poverty. And it helps a little farmer's daughter like Rebecca here learn a trade and earn an honest dollar. And I can do the same for you, little lady.
What you mean?
If you'll fight the Boston Strong Girl again, I will pay you the sum of, $10.
$10?
Tell you what, to help you buy a new churn, I'll make that 20.
Forget it. The joke teller here is making me a new church.
Besides, Granny promised me she wouldn't scrap no more.
I'm retiring, undefeated.
Now, Granny, just think. The proceeds from your match would help poor Rebecca pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
My mama's sick, and my daddy's crippled.
Kid, I've just come out of retirement.
Oh, you didn't. How much is the mortgage, Rebecca?
Well,
$10,000. That's a 10 and a comma and 3 zeros.
Must have left my money in my other pants.
Oh, so.
Come on in, I'll write you a check.
Check. A check. Yes, that's a good idea. You do that, yes.
Come on in, set a file.
his check won't be any good.
Oh, yes, it will. When it bounces, Granny goes in the ring, or he goes to jail.
I'm using that house you showed me, Granny. Tennessee toe torture.
Well, let him go. We've got company. Miss Rebecca and Mr. Booth is here.
Howdy.
Howdy. Hey, Granny, will you make Ellie stop whooping me?
You can whip him?
Ellie can whoop anybody, except Jed and me.
Wow. What a family tag team. Nothing.
Here you are, Miss Rebecca. Now that mean old banker you spoke about can't foreclose the mortgage.
Oh, thank you, sir.
20,000?
Yeah, I sweetened it a mite to help take care of her sick mama and her crippled daddy.
Let's go, Rebecca.
Can't you stay for victuals?
Thank you, no, but we have pressing business.
Oh, I cooked up a great big pot of goat tripe.
Sorry. You must have mighty pressing business if that don't keep you. Yeah.
Well, thanks again.
I hope this ain't goodbye.
Oh, no, we'll be back.
Did you hear that, Jed? They's coming back.
Yeah, Granny. Once you said goat tripe, you had 'em.
Excuse me, Chief. That young lady we saw wrestling on television last night is here. Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm.
You mean that sniveling little creep who shot off her mouth about the mean old banker foreclosing the mortgage?
Yes.
Smoke, kick her out of the office. Throw her down the elevator shaft.
Actually, it's her manager who wants to see you. He has a check for $20,000.
Well, show him in. Any friend of Rebecca is a friend of mine.
Come in, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Drysdale, Mr. Gene Booth.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, sir. And you don't have to tell me who this is. It's my little sweetheart of the ring, Rebecca of Donnybrook Farm. Oh, such a pretty little thing.
Thank you, sir.
But you know, darling, you mustn't say that bankers are mean. Oh, no, we are sweet and kind, gentle, generous, a friend to rich and poor alike.
You know, I'm glad to hear you say that, because a poor handyman just gave me a bum check on your bank for $20,000.
I'll kill him. I'll put him in prison for the rest of his life.
Well, now, I don't want him in prison. I just want to force his family to fight in a tag team match. And if you can confirm that this is a bad check, I can do it.
J.D. Clampett, why did he give you this check?
He thinks he's paying off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
And helping my sick mama and my crippled daddy.
Well, that check is good.
Not anymore.
Hey, you can't do that. Now who am I going to get to fight?
Get her sick mommy and crippled daddy.
Fine, you dirty crook.
You come out in the hall and call me that, and you'll get your teeth kicked in.
Okay, let's go.
Chief, please, he's a powerful-looking man.
Now, don't be frightened. Just get out there and kick his teeth in. Yes, I'm going to take care of the mean one. All right now, blabbermouth. You're going to get yours.
Vicious kids today. Man isn't safe in his own office.
Okay, come on, Jerry. Don't do that, you nut. You're supposed to be Rebecca's crippled father.
And remember, Mama, you're sick.
Well, look who's here.
Little Rebecca's come back.
Folks, I'd like you to meet my mama from Tennessee.
Howdy, ma'am.
Pleased to meet you. How are you, honey?
Well, she don't say much. She's got to save her strength for coughing. And this here's my daddy.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. Maybe you best hang on to your cane. I'm Jed Clampett. This is my daughter, Ellie.
Howdy.
And this here is Granny.
I declare they's in awful bad shape for Tennessee folk.
Yeah. How'd your daddy get so crippled up?
Well, he...
He fell off old Smokey.
Oh. Well, y'all come in. Sit down.
Let me help you down the steps.
Leave him be, Mr. Booth. Daddy's proud.
Proud as a dog with two tails.
Good thing he's got a spare. I think he just busted one. Sit down and rest a while, old-timer. I'll fetch you in some horse-mint tea.
Oh, no, we can't stay, Granny. We just dropped by so you could show Rebecca's folks some of your wrestling holes.
Wrestling holes?
Yes. Mom and Daddy and I gotta wrestle the boss's strong girl and her folks.
How come?
We need the money to pay off the mortgage on Donnybrook Farm.
I'll give you money for that and more to boot.
Oh, I meant to tell you about that. Rebecca's folks wouldn't let her cash the check. They're too proud. Said charity.
Bruce and and daughters of Tennessee.
Well, that's fine, but they ain't in no shape to wrestle. They's too old to fight and too weak to run.
They insist on it.
We've been challenged.
It's an affair of honor.
Like a feud.
Hey, we's talking about the feud?
I ain't hungry.
The feud! You know, with the Boston Strong Girl, and her father, the weightlifter, and her mother, the blacksmith.
Bring 'em on!
Oh, we can't let these poor folks fight them big brutes. Let's do it, Burl.
Well, now, Ellie, we ain't got no quarrel with... Come in.
I'm the father of the Boston Strong Girl. Where are those sniveling cowards from Tennessee?
There ain't no such thing as a sniveling coward from Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee.
Then you're a sniveling coward.
Stranger, I'm going to have to ask you to take your hand off of Granny.
Granny? So you're the bully that beat up on my daughter?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same thing to you. I'll help you, Granny.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. If you're gonna have a family fight, have it at the International Arena.
We ain't aiming for no fight, Mr. Booth. Our family ain't been provoked.
You ain't, huh?
How we been provoked?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bill Baldwin speaking to you from ringside at the International Wrestling Arena, where tonight an overflow crowd is waiting to see the tag team match of the century, Grappling Granny and the Clampetts versus the Boston Strong Girl and her family. At any moment now, our gladiators will be making their entrance.
Gee, I don't understand how you could let the Clampetts risk their necks like this.
How could I stop them? They claim they're fighting a feud, an affair of honor.
That roar of welcome is for the battlers from Bud Tussle, the Clampett family.
Well, you didn't have to encourage them by buying them new robes.
We bankers are notoriously generous.
Here they come. Notoriously generous. It's too bad there wasn't room for your name.
Wait till Ellie takes off her robe.
Now you can hear the boos and catcalls that always greets the Boston Strong Girl, accompanied tonight by her equally repulsive parents. Promoter Gene Booth certainly looks happy. He'll make a mint tonight.
Now, folks, this is a tag team match. Only one of you can be inside the ring at a time. Now, who'd like to start?
Let me be first. I'm the champion.
All right, Granny. Now, if you need any help, you reach to the ropes and tag another member of your team.
This is a tag team match. Only one in the ring at a time. We're wrestling our rules. Not while I'm here. Okay.
Granny, looks like all three of us coming at you.
Want us to jump in there and help?
No, I think they just want to shake hands.
Granny is stunned. She's at the mercy of those three Boston brutes. This is going to be a slaughter.
Get up, Granny.
Are you hurt? You need our help?
It's all right, Jed. There's only 3 of them.
She's tripped her father. And now, believe it or not, she's holding him by the ankles and swinging him around like a flail. The Boston Strong Girl and her mother out of the ring. There goes the father. The The fight is over. Granny has won single-handed. This crowd is going wild.
Gee, really, you embarrass me. Can't we leave now? We have work to do at the office.
Oh, sure. Let's go.
This wasn't in his script.
No, wait a minute. I can explain it. Look!
Even Ellie's cooking.
These is dandy popovers, Ellie.
Yeah, smell good, too.
Well, I'm proud of them myself. Well, y'all just eat up whilst I show you the dress I made.
Oh, you learned her how to sew, Granny?
Taught her everything I know, then turned her loose. She'll be a missus before you know it.
Well, if what she sewed looks as good as these popovers, then...
Don't touch it, Uncle Jed. I said I was hungry enough to eat almost anything, but this popover's alive.
I'm breathing, too.
I'll fix it. Get it, Jedro.
I can't, Uncle Jed. I'm afraid. Thanks, Uncle Jed. I think you saved my life.
Yeah, seems like after all these years of you attacking your food, it's finally getting back at you.
I can see the headline. Vito's revenge. Jethro killed by popover.
Well, no use letting it all go to waste. Can't taste as bad as it looks. I was wrong. It tastes worse. Ellie ain't never going to get herself a fella using bait like this.
There's still a chance. Man don't live by bread alone.
If he eats some Ellie's, he don't live, period.
Well, if she ever does get herself a husband, I know what to give him for a wedding present. A stomach pump.
And you get yourself cleaned up and stop this spinster talk. Ellie'll get herself a husband.
Gee whiz, what's with you? You're the one that's always calling her an old maid.
Yeah, Granny. Every time Ellie has a birthday, you dress up in a black dress and go in the morning.
Well, I found someone who needs my help in the romance department worse than else.
Quit looking at me.
It ain't you, it's Miss Jane. You know that I heard that poor girl ain't never had a man ask for her hand in marriage.
Well, quit looking at me.
But, Jed, I don't want you to take her out or call on her or court her.
It's a good thing.
All you have to do is propose to her.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, it's hard to refuse.
Good.
But I'm gonna.
Jed, every woman has the right to say she's been proposed to once in a lifetime.
Well, Granny, I'm sure it's a worthy cause, but it ain't worthy enough to get married for.
But, Jed, she won't accept. But that doesn't matter. The important thing is that she will have been asked.
You do the asking.
But, Jed, it has to be you. Somebody that she respects. And slick, handsome, smart, good-mannered.
Hey, are you calling me Granny?
You big... Well, I always say if you can't find a horse, grab a mule.
Are you calling me a mule?
No, Jethro. A jewel. A jewel.
Thanks, Granny. You're sweet, too. Well, I'm going in the kitchen. Even Ellie's popovers ain't as bad as not eating at all.
You don't want to put one of them vicious varmints into your delicate gizzard.
I don't?
No. Wouldn't you rather tickle your taster with bacon and buzzard eggs and eggplant aspic, squirrel and parsnip pie, some corned beaver and cabbage?
Granny, stop. You know them's all my favorites.
I'll fix them all for you if you Just do me one little favor.
A little favor? Heck, for that, I'll prune every tree and bush on all 14 acres of this place. With my teeth.
You don't have to work that hard. You darling, sweet boy.
Oh, Granny. Shucks.
I don't know. Miss Jane may decide it was better never having been asked.
Miss Hathaway, I'd like you to meet Ilse, a new employee I just hired.
How do you do?
Oh, Ilse doesn't speak or understand English.
Then why did you hire her? Stupid question.
Well, Ilse is replacing Wimple, our bank guard.
There's the stupid answer.
Let's show her around, Miss Hathaway.
Chief? What kind of a bank guard will she make?
A great one. With her to look at, you think a crook's gonna care about robbing us?
Me?
Meet Jane.
Howdy, Miss Jane. This is for you.
Jethro, thank you.
I'm afraid I got a little hungry on the way down. I saved the maple and the licorice one for you. I don't like them.
Well, thank you. Are those for me, too?
Oh, yeah. Roses is red, violets is blue. Sugar is sweet. Doggone, I keep forgetting the last part.
And so are you.
So am I what?
I forgot about Elsa. Elsa meets Jethro.
Me, Ita.
Jethro?
Huh? Oh, howdy, Miss,
Me, Ita.
Yes. Hey, that's a beautiful name.
Jethro, what was it you wanted?
Oh, I come to invite you out for dinner. Oh, there's something I gotta ask you.
All right, what was it you wanted to ask me?
I forgot, but I'll remember by tonight. I'll pick you up at the... I forgot that, too. I'll call you. Bye. Bye, me, Elsa.
I suppose you're wondering why I accepted a dinner invitation with that simple, bucolic youth. It is not his uncle's $73 million, but rather his pitiable ineptitude with women. I could not bear to see him rejected once again. And, too, I haven't had a date myself for 6 months.
How'd you do, Jethro? Is Miss Jane going out with you?
Granny, I'm in love.
What'd you do, give you something to eat?
She's the most wonderful, perfect, beautifulest girl in the whole world.
Miss Jane? She did give you something to eat.
Granny, I'm talking about me, Elsa. The girl I'm going to ask to be my wife.
Miss Jane gets to turn you down first.
Can't propose to Miss Jane. I am really in love.
How about our deal? All them victuals I'm cooking for you.
Granny, you just don't understand. This time it's the real thing. Why, me Elsa's my whole life. I adore her. I am crazy mad in love with her. Granny, I'd do anything for her.
Jethro, put your nose to the breeze.
I smell parsnip and squirrel pie.
Tell me all about that girl that you're crazy mad in love with.
What girl?
Jethro?
Gee, don't scare me like that, Uncle Jim. Certainly made me lop my hand off into this pan of gravy.
That would be one way to make it finger-licking good.
You're joking, ain't you?
It's groundhog gravy. We having a party?
Nope. All this is what Granny's given me for proposing.
Doing what, Jethro?
Can't tell you, Uncle Jed. Granny told me to keep it a secret, and my lips is sealed.
The only time your lips are sealed is when you got a mouthful of soup.
Go ahead, Uncle Jed. Insult me, bribe me, torture me. Ain't nothing gonna make me tell my secret.
I wouldn't even try.
And you can quit that pleading. When I got a secret, I keep it.
Do that, boy.
Tie me to the rack. Put burning bamboo right underneath my fingernails. Drag me behind wild horses. What'd you say?
I said you keep your secret. Somebody will tell me before long.
Oh, no, they won't. Ellie couldn't, Granny wouldn't, and Miss Jane don't even know that I'm going to propose to her yet. So that only leaves me. And I am just a little bit too smart. That is a dirty trick, Uncle Jed.
No dirtier than the trick you're playing on Miss Jane. She might say yes and get stuck with you.
No, she won't. And I'll tell you why. You see, Miss Jane is what you call intellectual, real educated, and full of fancy manners and high-toned ways. Yeah. Well, she ain't gonna marry no chuckle-headed yokel with the manners of a billy goat that's got the roots sticking out of him like quills on a porcupine.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Sure. So all I got to do is pretend that I'm like that for a while. You know, fake it.
Fake it.
Yeah. Of course, I got to forget that I'm a sophisticated international playboy and find out how a country hick would propose to a gal.
That's true.
Would you give me some pointers?
What can I tell a fella's got your way with words?
You can help me be a hayseed. You see, this Beverly Hills sophistication has done rubbed off on me. But thank goodness you're still just as rough as a cob.
Thanks again, boy.
Hey, I got us a pretty good table here, Miss Jane. All the way in the back, right next to the kitchen.
Ordinarily, we do not admit people in costume, but as reservations were made...
Here, I'll get that.
Would Madame care for a cocktail?
If she decides on chicken, she gets the whole bird.
I beg your pardon.
We'll be ordering a la carte.
Very well.
Hold it. Bring her a double helping of alley carts if she wants. Me, I'm having baked hog livers.
We have no baked hog livers.
All right, then deep fry them in possum fat.
Jethro, they don't have any here.
What about beaver tail? Possum shanks? Crow gizzards? Buzzard eggs? And you ain't got no hog livers.
No hog livers.
Thought you said this was a high-class restaurant.
Oh, Jethro, it is. As a matter of fact, they have excellent pâté de foie gras. That's goose livers.
Goose livers? Yeah. How come people eat such things?
We'll be ordering later, and forget about the hog livers.
I wish I could, but you're the second party tonight. That's all of them.
Sure was lucky getting right next to him. They didn't even recognize.
Why should they? We look like the average Beverly Hills couple.
Jethro proposed to Miss Jane yet?
Can't hear through the static.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. It seems I was supposed to ask you something tonight, but I've been so hungry I can't remember what it was.
Doggone, I should have never give this job to old Super Gullet. Propose to her, you big dope!
Miss Jane, has your conscience ever talked to you?
Of course, many times.
Well, what's it like?
Oh, a little voice in your head talking to you?
Well, does it by any chance sound like Granny?
Oh, no, dear boy.
Good. I thought I was hearing things. That's never happened to me before. Knock on wood.
Jethro!
Oh, there goes that voice again. Sure you didn't hear nothing, Miss Jane?
No, lean back and relax. You're probably imagining it.
Yeah, I got an awful strong imagination. I have an awful strong imagination, but it's the first time I ever had a kick to it.
Well, that came from the next booth.
Hey, excuse me, mister, but... Well, howdy there, beautiful. Allie? Growling.
Jethro.
Oh, just somebody admiring my tie. But they reminded me what I wanted to ask you.
And what is that, dear boy?
Miss Jane, will you marry me?
Jethro. Sweet, innocent Jethro. How could I refuse that plaintive face? How could I say no?
Oh, there's any number of ways. No, nix, never, absolutely not, or just shake your head no.
Jethro, so used to being rebuffed, turned away, scorned, but not from me. For once you shall hear what your heart has been longing to hear. Yes.
Yeah.
You have been rejected for the last time. I shall make the sacrifice. My answer is yes, yes, yes!
No, no, no! Really?
She said yes. Wait till Paul finds out about that. You can wait if you want to. By sunup, I'm going to be across the state line.
seen how pathetic he looked. You'd have said yes, too.
Oh, well, it's done now. Now, let's see. You'll want someplace that's really nice for your bridal shower. How about here at the bank in the vault? All right. We'll go out someplace. The parking lot. I want to do it. All I ask is that you give me any duplicate gift.
No, it was a mistake. I was caught up in a moment of compassion. I can't marry Jethro.
But he proposed and you accepted. If you back out now, you'll be damaging a sacred institution.
Marriage.
I mean the Commerce Bank. You know how the Clampetts feel about honor and beauty. Why, you might alienate my biggest depositor.
To you, this marriage is only a matter of dollars and cents.
No, it's more than that. It's millions of dollars, millions of cents.
For Mr. Clampett's money, you would sacrifice two people to lives of certain unhappiness.
Now, try me on a hard one.
Well, Jethro means too much to me. We're totally unsuited to one another. In the first place, I'm several months older than he is.
Well, at least you could give matrimony a try. Look what it's done for me. Well, let's forget that. Think of the romance of marriage. A joint checking account. Savings in income tax.
I won't let Jethro pay a lifetime for his one moment of mad infatuation. I'll think of a way out of this. Please watch the phones.
Me either.
Watch them. Don't answer them.
Oh, here you are. What you doing?
Just trying to figure out the best way to commit suicide.
Glad you ain't rushing into it.
About decided I'm going to take an overdose of food and eat myself to death.
That's a fitting way to go. With your stomach, I ain't sure it's possible.
Quit trying to cheer me up, Uncle Jed. I'm just desperate about having to marry Miss Jane.
I know, boy, but you're honor brown. It's a code of the hills.
And maybe we could find a loophole, huh?
One thing could save you is if Miss Jane changes her mind. Women has been known to do that.
Back chains. You think she's going to give up the prize catch of the century now that she's bagged me?
I suppose not. Being one of them Vassar girls, she's probably mighty impressed with his sixth-grade education.
Forget my brain. What about the way I look?
Well, I wouldn't count on that stopping her. It ain't up to now. Well, what I meant was...
I know what you meant. Boy, the way I get insulted around here, marriage is looking better and better. But it still looks off.
Yeah, don't give up, boy. Granny's been in the kitchen ever since I brought her home. She's making up a anti-love potion for you.
She better do something. It was her that got me into this.
Now, your stomach had something to do with it, too. I could have stopped her myself, for that matter, but...
All right, Jethro, you're saved. Ellie will be right along with my anti-love potion X4.
What's that?
It's a charm I never dared try before. Marked emergency use only.
Granny, you look plumb tuckered out.
Making X4 really took a lot out of me, Jed. But if you wear it around your neck, it's guaranteed to break up anything from puppy love to passionate romance.
What's that horrible smell?
That's plumb off.
What is it?
Anti-love potion X4. Wear that around your neck, Jethro, and it'll not only rid you of all unwanted sweethearts and fiancés, but it will kill any flying insect within 100 yards.
Any human being within 10.
I'd marry Cousin Bessie before I'd wear that thing.
You'd have to. She wouldn't go near you after.
You and Jethro take anti-love potion X4 out and bury it.
No,
In
Jed.
a deep hole.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And stop on the ground hard before you put it in so the gophers can get away.
A lot of work went into that potion, Jed.
Yeah, I hate to think of what else.
Well, it was the strongest charm in my book. There's nothing left for me to make.
Well, yeah, there is. A wedding cake.
Yes, you're right. He proposed and she accepted. It's the code of the hills.
Only thing I could say is stronger would be a shotgun.
He can use my old engagement ring. It wasn't expensive, but it's got a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah, that's the one your husband carved out of a marrow-bone. Must be a lot of memories attached to it.
Uh-huh. a little gristle, too.
Well, there won't be by the time Jethro gets you to the bank. I'll go call Miss Jane and tell her he's coming.
I'm back. Any messages?
Hello.
Wonderful.
Miss Hathaway, Mr. Clampett called. Your fiancé is coming by with your engagement ring.
Jethro will have to keep his diamond. I have decided to come right out and tell him I cannot marry him.
No. You can't hurt a person like that.
It's better that Jethro suffer the agony now than to live with this dream even a day longer.
I'm talking about hurting me. What if we lose the Clampett account?
But I feel that honesty is the best policy.
What kind of crazy nonsense is that? I'm going to stop Jethro.
Howdy, Miss Jane. I got an engagement ring for you, but hope you won't mind my tooth marks on it.
Jethro, my lovesick Lothario, I have bad news for you. I cannot marry you.
What?
Your heart must hurt, but the pain will... Yes, you must try to forget me. Try.
Hot dog of a free man! Free!
Hello?
Me, Elsa!
Nein, me, Ilsa. You, 73 million.
Mr. Clampett said Jethro's already left.
He's out there. Oh, I've just told him. I hope he's able to forget. He must try. Look at him suffering, trying to forget. That's right, my brave boy. Try to forget. Try.